All right, so in response, they had mentioned something about stable income for the workers, and while it is a stable income, like Brian had mentioned, it's not enough for just the parents, so it is required that the children work as well. Developing countries, they do have child labor laws, but they're not regulated, and a lot of, as was seen by Discovery News, their workers, child workers, are from ages 7 to 12, and they don't go to school, they work instead to support their families because the recycling plants don't pay them good enough wage. And a lot of, according to a study by a place called Green Explored, although employing children is illegal nearly everywhere, local authorities do not enforce the laws because they understand child workers supply cheap labor for employers. So they basically cater to the big businesses because they know if they turn them in, they're going to get busted and lose their jobs. The other thing they had mentioned was the bans. And yes, China did push for a ban on their e-waste, and it did pass in 2000, but they were still working around it. In EU, China, over 1,000 people work in the e-waste recycling, and it's considered ground zero of e-waste recycling. A lot of the waste is shipped there illegally and behind closed doors, but once again, like I said, big businesses are all in control of that, and they know they can do that, and there's no regulation of laws and such to stop that. Considering the recycling, they had said, yes, India and China do have billions of people, and yes, they do go through tons and tons of e-waste. China deals with 500,000 tons of refrigerators, 1.3 million tons of TVs, and 300,000 tons of computers, according to the United Nations Environment Program report. A lot of that, no, they don't recycle properly. But if they did recycle that properly, they could extract up to 95% of the precious materials from that, and that would be a way bigger profit than what they're making now. And concerning the environment, with all of that e-waste that's going up into the air, a study done by a society called Do Something, it stated that e-waste equals 70% of overall toxic waste. The extreme amount of lead in electronics alone causes damage in the central nervous system, the blood, and the kidneys. As I saw in a documentary called, I want to say it was Do Something, the story of electronics, and she stated that older TVs, like, not the cool thin ones, but the old ones that have the huge backs, they have 5 pounds of lead in them. That's crazy. That one TV could kill someone easily. And that's just one TV out of tons and tons of TVs that are taken to these countries and dismantled improperly. And concerning the statement that they made that the U.S. can't handle the recycling of e-waste, a study was done by eCycle Environmental that it is thought that for every job exporting waste products, 7 jobs can be created in the U.S. recycling industry. Recently, a plant in South Carolina, according to the Times and Democrat, an online newspaper, stated that in South Carolina, a new e-waste facility known as Reclin opened up and offered 200 new jobs to citizens. And not only that, but there's more and more laws passing that will allow for more business to come to the United States through e-waste recycling. According to eCycle Environmental, there are 25 states that have laws mandating e-waste recycling, and several other states are considering their own version of these bills within the year. And that was as of 2011. All right, thank you.